Hi, welcome to my channel. I've lost 180 pounds with keto, carnivore, and counting calories. Don't forget to check the description to this video. I have links to some of my popular videos, a link to my Amazon account for a lot of things that you all ask about. Don't forget I have a bunch of playlists on the home page of this channel. Thank you. Hello, I'm getting my breakfast ready. This is about 35 grams of avocado because it was the ending of the frozen baggie. This is some seasoning called guacamole and more. I'm going to put that on my avocado. Totally had forgotten about it until thankfully one of you reminded me down in the comments. Believe me, I appreciate you all more than you could ever know. So we'll have avocado for breakfast. I'm also going to go ahead and put my cheese. I got my 2 eggs here. I cracked them. I'm going to go ahead and put my cheese in it now. And then, because we're going to do it a little bit different, I'm out of the ground pork. So we're going to go ahead and doctor it up now. You know, while I'm at it, I'm going to go on and add some salt. And instead of adding the, what's that stuff I've been adding? The Creole seasoning, we're going to do this. We're going to zero it out. And I'm going to add some salsa to it. So a serving is 30 grams. So we'll just do 30 grams. Okay. So that is going to be my breakfast in the morning. The eggs, the salsa, the cheese. And then the avocado. So that'll be breakfast. I already have my coffee here. I got that made up this weekend. Make sure the lid's screwed on tight. In the morning, I will just add one of these sugar-free flavorings to it. So now let's look at our meat. The options are ground beef. Or ground beef. So that makes it easy. So ground beef it is. What to do with it? Let me wait on that because I'm not sure yet. So for the salad, what I did was I made a little sticky note for my salads for future. This was just cabbage, onion, and bega. And then I figured out the calories and total carbs and net carbs of it. I'm also, you know, I know I add other things, but that was just because I just kind of wanted a general standard that I could use. So I did, like you all had suggested, I got a paper towel. It's been upside down. And so now today I will add the wet things. I'm going to get another sticky note because I'd like to add some other things. And in order to keep my salads kind of similar, I would like to kind of have, you know, continue to try to do the same amounts. So tomatoes, let's see. Oh, I already had them in there. I ain't got to put tomatoes in there, y'all. I forgot. So I can ignore that. But I think what I did was 60. So I'll go on and write this down. Hang on. Okay. So like I said, I'm just trying to keep my salads similar over the next, you know, as I make them. And then if I decide I need to pull back on something, I will have an idea of how much I've been using. So, okay, cucumbers. This one I will need to add. I know that in the past I was adding, like whenever back in, you know, whenever I was, well, I've been using cucumbers on my salads for a long time. But I know I was doing about 60 grams. But this right here has a lot of onion in it. So, anyway, so let me pull out some of these veggies. So I guess really it's not a fair assessment of how much I'm putting in because it's a mixture of cucumbers and some onions. But there we go. I'm going to go on and add a little bit of liquid to it. Eventually, I will run out of liquid. And then I will have to make some more. So, y'all said this liquid should last about 3 months, I think. Well, that'll be good because I'm going to use this up. And I won't add any more veggies to it. I'll just keep using the current veggies and until the liquid runs out. So, there we go. Right. Oh, so I found, I was going to add this. Well, I'm not going to. I found these in my refrigerator. Yeah, my refrigerator. And I'm going to add some of these. I'm going to add, let's see, 5 grams is a serving. Let's see how they come out. It's just kind of a fun little flavor. Let's do 10 grams, so that way it's 2 servings. Alrighty. They're going to expire at some point, so I kind of want to go on and use those up. So I'll put some on there. And I was going to do this, but I'm not going to use that either. Okay, so some seasonings. We're going to use some Greek seasoning. Just a little bit of Greek seasoning here. We'll use a little bit of everything bagel seasoning. And some roasted garlic. And a little bit of adobo. Alright, so that's going to be the seasonings that we use. Mix it up a little bit. Alright, now let's get our dressing on here. My plan is to have about 60 grams of salad dressing because this is half G. Hughes, 3 of his sauces and half water. So by using 60 grams of this will be 30 grams of the G. Hughes stuff. I water it down so then that way it can get all over it. You know, sometimes you get a thick dressing and it just gets stuck on one. That's what happened today when I ate out with Mom. It gets stuck on like one piece of lettuce and then that's all she wrote. Looky here. That went on real easy. I still haven't figured out what I'm going to make for my ground beef tomorrow. Let me pause and go look. Hang on. Okay, we're going to do a burger in a bowl. That just sounds yummy, yum, yum. So, we're going to get our stuffs together here. So, I will use, let me zero this out. Oh, wrong button, Terry. See, this is why you need a scale in your life. Scales are amazing. I'm going to try 1 serving of the G. Hughes ketchup. It is 16 grams. I'll see how close I get it. Wait, that's kilograms. Maybe it... Okay, there we go, grams. I wonder what kilograms looks like if I accidentally get on there. I don't know. Alright. I lied. I'm going to do 2 servings. There we go. Alright, so 2 servings of the ketchup. And then we're going to do... Now, this right here is watered down G. Hughes burger stuff because this is 80 calories. And I really did not want 80 calories. So if I used 2 tablespoons of this, it would be 80 calories. And since I've watered it down, if I use 2 tablespoons of this, it would be 40 calories. But I think I'm just going to do half of that. So I think I'll do 30 grams, which will be 20 calories. Maybe I'll do 30. Let's see if we can get to 30. Or what I say, 15 grams is what I said. Yep. So 17 grams. So that's good with me. I'm happy with that right there. So now I'm going to add in a little relish and some onions. Just a second. So I'm putting like some of this stuff in this container because there's certain things I don't necessarily want to have in the microwave. And relish and ketchup is in the sauces. Those are some of them that I don't necessarily want. Come on, come out of there. That I don't want in the microwave. The onions, I don't know if that'll matter. Don't really know. I don't. Whoop. I think they'll be okay to heat up. It's the pickled kind, but I think that'll be okay to heat up. I need a fork. There we go. All right. So there's that. All right. So that's going to be that. Now I need some seasonings on that. Think hamburger, think all-American, think some salt. Maybe a little bit of bear rub. This is that rub that my mama brought home from Alaska. Can't see it come out very well. Okay, some bear rub. Maybe a little, oh, let's put in a little bit of minced onions too. I know I got onions right there, but a little bit of minced onions. A little bit of garlic. A little bit of roasted garlic. And then we're going to put in some adobo and paprika. Alright, so there we go. So we have our burger in a bowl, our salad, our toppings for the burger in a bowl, and our avocado in our breakfast. So there's that, and that. Let me go grab an apple, and I will be right back. Okay, I've got one of these Cosmic Crisp apples, and there we go. That's my breakfast and lunch. I will pack that up. I'll grab it in the morning and take that with me to work. So, all right, see you in breakfast time. Hey, really quick, I have a question. Do you guys, whenever I go to the conference, sometimes, like in videos, I'll show the food options and then I'll show what I eat. Would those foods be triggering for you? Would it bother you all? Would you all be curious to see what they're serving? I can't guarantee I can show it, but I can try to show it. We're talking there in the mornings, there's usually things that you would find at a bakery store. There's usually things that you open up a package, like granola bars. That shouldn't be that word, shouldn't be triggering. So it's things like that, that you do usually have fruit. But seeing whatever they're providing for us to eat versus what I'm eating, would that be triggering for you? Let me know in the comments so that way I kind of know how to gauge, whenever I do go to the conference in 2 weeks. I don't know when it is. But anyway, just so I can have an idea of what your thoughts are on the conference food. So just let me know in the comments. Would it bother you? Would you not bother you? Do you want to see it? Do you not want to see it? I can tell you what they're having. But I'll have to make sure there's no faces because I don't want to get people's faces, only food. So anyway, just curious what you think. Okay, bye. Good morning. I have our breakfast. We have our avocado and I have the guacamole and more seasoning. Thank you again for reminding me of that. It's so funny how I forget things. Oh yeah. I might have got a little carried away with it, but it's good. And my eggs. So the salsa, you remember? Well, of course you remember. I just did it five seconds ago for you all. But for me, I've slept since then. But this is the salsa and the cheese and the eggs. And I ended up I did a minute and a half, start them up, and then a minute and a half. Oh, I didn't add water, but that's all right. Let's see what we think. I didn't salt it either. Okay. Let's try this again. Notice I'm blowing it off because I didn't wait long enough. Yeah, that also gives a good little kick this morning. So, September 27th, here at work, they have this thing, like a employee retention kind of thing. And I got employee of the quarter. Let me see if I can see I don't know which quarter it was, but anyway, I got employee of the quarter for my county. Anyway, so now they're having a dinner on the 27th, and it's like a kind of a formal dinner, and so they bring all the people who were employee of the quarter, and then they pick out who's employee of the year. So anyway, I called to see what they were having, and it's fried chicken and some other stuff. So it's the week after I go to the convention. So I'll probably, I don't know, I'll probably eat my burgers on the way or something. I'll figure something out. But anyway, it's a dinner at and that's at 6. So we will see how that goes. I think it's like a Tuesday night, 27th. Nope, yeah, it's a Wednesday night. So it's a weeknight, and it's about 30 minutes away, but it'll be good. Okay, bye. Okay, I have microwaved and stirred up my ground beef. So now we'll go on and add the stuff that we made up last night. Pour that on it. Let me get that stirred up just a second. Okay, hang on. Let's let you see it. There we go. So there's our burger bowl. And our salad, which we measured out. So going to work on trying to be better about that. Did it supper? Hey there, it's supper time. We're going to have us some rutabaga au gratin, and we're going to have some ground beef. We're going to put some, this is how I would say it, Lucchini organic roasted garlic sauce. Lucchini. I'm probably saying that wrong, but I don't care. It's how my brain hears that word. So I'm going to say it how I hear it. Greek seasoning. I'll put in a little bit of adobo. Oh, you got to have some roasted garlic. Hello, yes please. And we're going to put in some of our minced dehydrated onions. Now, all right, so we're going to zero this bad boy. It's funny, this is so sensitive. Like if I just blow on it, it moves. Okay, so a serving of the Lucchini. I hear it like Luigi. Lucchini is 125 grams. So that's what we're going to put on here. Okay. I'm going to use a spoon instead of pouring it. Let's see. That's quite a bit. You see how much that is there. That's 125 grams. All right. And we're going to put in some Parmesan. We're going to do 10 grams because that'll be 40 calories. So 10 grams. Somebody asked me today if I eat cheese. I don't, oh, there's 10 grams. I don't eat a lot of cheese. You know, I have dairy issues in the sense of I have eczema, so I kind of have to watch it. But also, for me, dairy has a lot of calories, like cheeses and stuff. There's a lot of calories in that. And I'm kind of greedy with my calories. And then I got my fruit back here. But let me microwave these. Hang on just a second. That's a little bit better. Okay, so while that is in the microwave, I saw my eye doctor. And we talked about it, my local eye doctor. We talked about the, I think I've tried to show you all before. I don't know if you could see it. There will always be a glare, but we're going to be on the, I think it's the outer edge. So see if y'all can see it, not the glare. But anyways, there's one on this one, and then one on this one. Anyway, so we talked about it today, and I told him that, insurance doesn't cover it, and what his thoughts were about, since that's the first thing the surgeon said. I told him, I said, it's like my mama says, a surgeon wants to surge, so do I need to have surge? And so he said, well, The reason why he feels like I will have improvement after they remove the nodules is because the nodules like a mountain on my eye. So it's like this. And he said this last time when I got my glasses in June, they were either peaked up. He said they swell and then minimize and swell and minimize. And so he said we're dealing with the moving target. So he said sometimes, like the first time when I went in June, I was like a 8.5. Then when I got the glasses, they weren't right. So he said at that point he rechecked me. I was a 9 point something. Then that was 2 weeks later. Then those glasses came back and I tried them on and they weren't right. I was at 8.75 something. So it's just each time is in fluctuating. He said we have not had that happen before. He said, but with the nodules, they sweat. They're like a mountain on your eye, and so they swell up and relax and swell up and relax. And so he said, like from Monday to Friday, they may be that much of a difference. So he said previously he wasn't having trouble catching that moving target of swelling and decreasing. He said, but this time we have. And I don't know, maybe last time, I don't know if I just didn't say anything. I don't know. But anyway, so so this time, he said since we had that trouble, he really feels like I need to have the nodules removed. And I have to blow my nose. Hold on. Okay, so he said that he can deal with my vision changing from year to year to year, you know, but it's that moving target of, you know, today is one thing, Friday it's another thing, then the next Monday it's another thing. He said that moving, the swelling and relaxing, he said that's what's going on. So I said, well, what about, like, if instead of getting the cataract surgery, what if I do lens replacement? He said, well, lens, he said there's two factors with your vision, the surface, which is the cornea where my nodule is, and then the lens. And he said that my lens, the cornea, will affect what's going on with my lens, and they would want them gone before they did, before they put in new lenses. They'd want the nodules gone because, again, it's going to be stretching, and they won't know whether to put in a lens that's going to make me to see 20/20, whether they need to put in a 18 or a 12 or whatever it is numbers are. Don't ask me numbers. But anyway, so but he did say that the theory behind changing the lens is that, you know, like I said, well, you know, I said, do I need to wait till my vision stops changing? I said, you know, it changes every year. And he said, no, because that's the actual lens that as it ages and it changes. So he said that wouldn't be an issue. He said if they go in and put in a plastic lens, as long as the cornea surface stays the same, then I should always still be able to see the same. So anyway, I told him, I said, well, my concern is that we're looking at, you know, I said, I haven't heard the price from them yet. I said, but my worry is that they're going to say it's like $6,000 an eye. And he said, oh, I think you're probably looking more along the lines. He said that with the cataract and the lens removal, he said that's close to $10,000 now. He said, but that's because they're cutting open the eye and messing with the stuff. And he said, or, you know, messing internally with the eye. He said that the reason that is so expensive is because there's a lot more cost involved, in a sense of there's a lot more malpractice and a lot more things that are required, you know, the product and, you know, the cutting the eye. And so that's why those are more expensive, is because they're doing a lot more extensive surgery. He said this is a superficial where they would take a laser and laser it off. He said he didn't think it would be more than $1,000 per eye. So that kind of changes things. In my head, I just knew my sister paid $6,000 to get her lenses replaced, and that's the number that was stuck in my head. So I've called, you are jumping around, but that's because Lou is down here. He's walking by and bouncing the stand around. Anyway, so that's what's going on. So now I just wait, and I've called the eye doctor, the surgeon office, to see how much the surgery would be without insurance cost. And so as soon as I know that, I'll let you know. But at this stage, you know, at least I have my eye doctor's opinion. He's the one that works with my eyes. So up until this year, he's been able to correct my vision. And he said, Terri, if it's more than, a couple $1,000s, he said, I wouldn't do it. He said, I just wait it out, and you and I will work on getting you good glasses, as best as we can. He said, don't pay something really expensive. He said, let's just see what they have to say. And so he said, if it were me, I wouldn't pay more than $3,000. I'm like, okay. So anyway, so that's what he said. So that's what I know about the eyes. So I've got a second opinion, and he is of the thought that it's not so much that the nodules change my day-to-day vision, but it changes based on whether my nodules are swollen that day or not. So that's what we know. And I'll see what price the surgeon in St. Louis has. They send people to St. Louis for a reason. It's a little cheaper up there too. So that'll be a good thing. So I'm not canceling the surgery yet. I gotta wait and get all my ducks in a row and see what they tell me, and go from there. So yeah, you're in the loop now. So all right, so that's my Luciano. My Lucchini pasta. All right, baby. And my fruit. So, all right. Now, you're officially in the loop. Today's Monday, so you get this on Wednesday. On Wednesday, you'll be in the loop. And then, maybe by then, I will have heard from the surgeon to know how much money it'll cost. And then I'll know what to do next. Okay, bye.